Weilong v10 comes in this plastic case that is similar to the Huameng YS3. This is actually the lowest tier version, which is just 磁力版 pure magnetic version. And this is 磁力模拟版 UV coated 20磁球轴 20 magnet ball core. Of course, this is also 20 magnet ball core, but 磁悬浮 which is maglev. So I got this version, but I actually tried this version in the store, and it was actually quite good. This one is good as well. It's just that it doesn't have that crazy level of like auto alignment tech. In fact, it's really stable, fast, and really light. I do not know, this version might actually be pretty nice as well. The reason why I wanted to get the minimalistic version rather than one of the higher versions is partly because I want to do a mod with this cube. And yeah, I plan to put in my own ball core. If you have noticed, the traditional 8 magnet ball core is not mentioned. It's just a standard piece magnet plus UV, and then straight away they jump to the 20 magnet ball core. So yeah, I might want to mod this into an 8 magnet ball core, plus there's something else about this cube that I wanted to mod. So it's already quite a known fact that the mechanism of this cube looks more like an Aolong than an actual Weilong. Okay, I know this is a more Tri-Tianma X3, but the mechanism of a Weilong actually looks more like that, where there's only one triangular structure on the side that bulges out into the outer layer. With the Aolong mech, however, the corner actually has 2 anchors. You still have that part that bulges out, but it's much smaller, and there's actually extra room at the bottom here to make way for the second anchor. And you can kind of tell the double anchor mechanism still exists. It goes like this is the first anchor, and then this one, this step up here is the second anchor, and then the Weilong mech is stacked on top of the 2 anchors. That's actually the cut line of this cube. Just that they have hollowed out the area around the corner, similar to how the MGC 4x4, for example, actually has 3 anchors, but the third one at the highest region is hollowed out, so you don't see it on the corner, but you can actually see the cut line continue itself along all the edges and the centers. So it's a similar case for this cube. It's built over the cut line of an Aolong. I kind of wish this was called Aolong v4 instead of Weilong v10, but since Weilong is currently the big name now, it is what it is. Core is a transparent core that looks like a gun cube. Of course, like another thing that a lot of people want to talk about is the adjustment system. So, yeah, personally, I'm more of a fan of the traditional springs and screws. Okay, let me get this out of the... From the beginner's standpoint, actually this could be better because like, or if you're someone who does a large number of multi-blind, make sure every single cube is evenly tensioned. This is the faster way to get your ideal tension. This tool is just very multi-purpose. Like this is a traditional screw, which obviously is not here. Then this one is for this cube specifically. Then this one here is for the older cubes, and this one is for adjusting the magnets. It's a much closer look at the dual adjustment system. So right in the middle, you can see a primary colored ring with an orange colored ring outside it. So this is the internal elasticity limiter. Like when you corner cut and all that, the centerpiece will rise, but there's a limit to how high it can rise because it will hit the ceiling, which is this piece. So when you turn the white one, it works exactly the same as the original GTS3. You notice the white piece does not move the elasticity limiter at all, it just compresses the spring. But traditionally, when you turn the screw downwards, it will actually get closer to the elasticity limiter, and in addition to compressing the springs, you also reduce the cube's ability to stretch. The orange gear below, even though it also compresses the spring from the bottom, just like the white one which compresses from the bottom, the orange one will move the elasticity limiter. So let me move it in the other direction. So you can see right here, the elasticity limiter in orange is actually now a little bit higher than the primary colored reference point. Would have been equal in height if you had set it to the minimum setting. The movement of the orange piece actually takes over the function of the screw because it also does the same thing. It compresses the spring and reduces the elasticity of the cube at the same time, whereas the white one only compresses the spring without adjusting the elasticity. If you want to control elasticity without adjusting the spring, move one system forward and the other one back by the same amount. Of course, I don't literally mean turn it backwards because the system is one directional, so obviously when you turn it backwards you end up turning the opposite system. But what I actually meant by that is, let's say the whole cube is on setting 4 and you want to decrease the cube's elasticity by 2 units, meaning it can stretch less. So you want the orange piece which is linked to the elasticity limiter to go up by 2. You want orange to be on setting 6. The white one will go down by 2. So you want it to be on setting 2. With the pre-planned setting in mind, you can just readjust the whole cube. I do think this is slightly more of a convoluted maneuver compared to just cranking up the traditional GTS3 and then backing out the screw by the same amount. Like you can pretty much do that one by eye. But other than that, I do think this system does have its own merits to it, and the cube itself has quite a lot of potential. I do think, like, yeah, compared to what other 3x3s I have now, literally the YS3 and the RS3. I'm actually using the RS3 as my main, so I think this is a potential contender